Hey guys, this is Kysen here, and today we are starting a new franchise on Planet Zoo. So let's jump straight into this, but I am going to do an explanation as to why we're starting a new zoo in just a second. Okay, select biome. I've already thought about this, and I want to do a temperate biome in North America. I just think that'll be kind of a nice sort of general average sort of way of doing the zoo where we can kind of cover all bases. Now down in the description I do explain why I'm starting again after doing 2 episodes of sort of tutorial mode, but because this will be some people's first time, I realise they just won't care, and that is totally fine. But if you do care, description is the place for you. So I've paused it for a second. We can have a look around here, and it's a pretty nice little area. This is exactly what I was wanting, a giant grassland. So this is why we're going for this. Now, I saw a really cool way to actually get your zoo started, which I would highly recommend, and I'll go on to why that is in a second. I will put a link to the video in the description, because I am unashamedly stealing this from somebody else, but I think you guys will agree it is a good idea. So on our paths, what we're going to do is the following. We're going to put on angle snap, and we're going to put it at about 23 degrees. I find that's a good sort of size. We're also going to put the width up to 10, and that'll help with our crowded zoo, because hopefully the zoo will go well, and eventually it will crowd. So what I want to do here is try and come out reasonably central to this. So about there, I guess, and go just slightly to the side. So when I make this path, it's going to be roughly central. I think maybe just a little bit further that way we'll do it. Okay, now with angle snapping, what it does is it just makes it very easy to make a circle. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make a giant circle here. It's going to go all the way around. So we're just going to come in one click on each of these, and eventually that will get us right the way back to the start, and we'll have a nice circular zoo. Now, the benefit of this, in my opinion, is that it does look quite nice. But also, there's another benefit, which I'll come on to in just a second, when we start laying down the staff path. So what I need to do now is get rid of that sort of an original bit, bring this in one click, and there we go. We got a perfect circle, so that's how we do that. Then we're obviously going to want to connect up our entrance path to this, and that to me is looking pretty centralized. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so down here we have the staff path. And for staff paths, I think I might do them red, so that to me they stand out quite well. The width of those can be just the minimum, I suppose, for now. And we want to start the staff path there, and we're going to bring it right the way across the circle like this. And we're going to make the circle divide up into quadrants. So let's connect up there. We're going to come out here, and we're going to try and get this roughly in the middle point, like there, I suppose. And we're going to do this. Now what this does is 2 things really. One, it gives you a very clear area of where you can put in your, oops, let's just connect that up, enclosures here. So we can have 4 different enclosures in the middle here. And behind them we can have all the staff buildings, which means they're hidden away from the general public who are around the outside, but they're also very close to the actual exhibits, which is what the animals will need for the best possible care. So that is a pretty good little way of getting started there. The only issue is we don't have loads of money. We've got 38,000, so we're probably going to need to take out a loan, and I will come on to that in a second. But for now, let's get started on some staff facilities. So staff facilities, what do we want? And do we want these ones, or do we want the cheaper ones? I think for now, probably the cheaper ones, because I am concerned about money. So an animal trade center, let's zoom in here and look at where we want to put this stuff. So you can go, I think, rather central there. Let's zoom in here and try and get you nice and straight with the path. Is that straight? I think it's probably the path that isn't straight, but that's pretty good. So you can go there. We're also going to need a keeper hut. Wait, what the heck just happened there? What happened here? Yeah, how did this... Okay, so this was not going to be placed up in the air. Let me... let's see if we can move this. That was bizarre, wasn't it? Why did that end up there? I've never... It's not wanting to sink to the floor. That's really quite strange. Let me figure out why this is happening, and I will be right back. Okay, guys, not sure exactly what happened there, but I just saved my game, quit to the main menu, and then when I came back, it was all fixed. So we're going to put our trade center in there, and our keeper hut can go on the other side, just there, I suppose. That's good. Let's see, what else are we going to want here? Quarantine, I suppose we're going to need one of those. Might put that sort of near to this, but we could probably get it around here. And I think it's doing that funny thing where it's not wanting to rotate again. There we go. So we'll put that quarantine in there. The research center can go, I guess, in here. On this side would be good. Again, we'll rotate that around. Let's see. You can go in there. Why is that going so far back? I guess that's okay. I guess it's about as far as the others. A staff room, I suppose we're going to need to give them one of those to keep them happy. Let's see, we can put you on the other side here. Oh, no we can't. What is that obstructed by? I guess it can't go too close to the other thing. Oh, it can go there. Okay. And let's see what else we got. A workshop, a vet surgery. I don't think we're going to need that stuff. We are going to want a research center. Sorry, we have a research center. We're going to want to add more of those. Potentially a workshop in the future. I think for now, though, this is probably enough to be getting on with. And we can actually get started on doing some of the animal exhibits. So, let's look at barriers here. Let's see, this is climbable. So what do we want to use? I suppose it depends as well. If we go to the Animal Trade Center, what animals are actually available and which ones we're going to go for, and whether it will matter if it's climbable or not. Okay, let's say aardvarks. There's a lot of those, and there's 2 pages. Let's just see what else we have. We have some buffalo. There's 3 pages now. It keeps getting more and more. Yeah, okay. So it looks like we're going to have a whole range of animals available to us. And I guess I want to start with animals that are reasonably simple to put in. So I don't think it'll matter too much if our first exhibit is climbable. So we can use this. Of course, we can always change it and make it not climbable anyway. So what we're going to do is start in this corner down here. And we're going to run it right off down this way like this. As close as we can to that path. Just a little bit. It seems to want to come out a little bit on each one. Now what I think I want to do then is give myself a little bit of leeway here. Why do you... Okay, that's a little bit strange. It's saying it's obstructed, but it's not. Let me try this again. What are you obstructed by? Oh, hang about. Let's get rid of that one. Let's see about moving this building. This building seems to be causing me some problems, and I have no clue why that is. It seems to need a heck of an area. I mean, why would it need such an area? But if we put it in there, that can work quite well, actually, because this fence can essentially come up like this, as close as we can get it. And then we'll just bring it out this way. Nope, it's not going to want that. Okay. So I guess this is as far out as we can come this way. So what we'll do is, let me just fix this up a sec. Okay, so we've got that fixed up now. This is the shape we're going to have in each of the areas. This game can be a bit finicky at times, but it does allow for a lot of customization, so there is that to it. Okay, so we don't necessarily need this fence to angle snap if that's what it's worried about. Why? What is that obstructed by? I don't understand why that's saying obstructed. It seems very strange to me. So do we need to bring this back a bit? Is that the problem? Like, how close can we get here? Do we get to there? Okay, so let's start from like here, get it to that corner, and then connect it up there. Alright, so now I guess we're good. See, it's like a really weird thing, because there was nothing technically in the way. I just didn't like what I was doing, but that's okay. We can figure this out. So what I'm going to do is connect that up to there, like that. Alright, it's not looking too bad. I think, actually, can we connect that directly? Just looks a little bit weird else. That's a bit of a shame. Nope, doesn't like that. Okay. Guess we'll have to have this little bit here. Alright, cool. So this is going to be a basic enclosure here. What we do want to do is probably starting from about here. We'll edit the barrier. And we do want to have a glass window in there. Okay. So we'll just add glass windows, I guess, all along here. Until we get down towards the end. So the guests have a good area to view from. So we'll have that one in the middle there as blank, but then all the rest of this, the guests can be down here viewing whatever animals we put in here. Okay, now that I've done that one on cam, I'm going to do the rest of the enclosures. There's just one final thing that I need to do, and that is to put in a gate. So I can put the gate in, like, here. You see, this is the beauty of having all the staff buildings here. So the gates can be here. The other gates are going to be there, there, and there. So it's going to be so easy for the staff to get around and tend to these animals. Okay, let me go and do the other 3 enclosures. Okay, guys, we are going to get ourselves a couple of warthogs here. So let's adopt you. So we've got the male, and we'll get the female as well. And they're going to be transferred to our trade center. Okay, yep, that's good. Now, I've been having some problems with this animal trading thing. When I load it up, the animals are disappearing very quickly, And yeah, it's just a bit of a pain. But anyway, here we are. We're back in. All 4 exhibits are built. It is nighttime because I forgot to pause the game. I thought it was paused, but it in fact wasn't. But that's fine. I've got it on pause now. What we are going to need to do, though, is get some staff down here ready to deliver the animals and look after them and all that sort of stuff. So let's go over here to our staff section. And let's see. We're going to want a keeper, definitely. So you can go in there. We're also going to want... we're going to need a caretaker, so we'll get you. A mechanic. We do actually want a mechanic to look after the fences. So we're pretty much going to need everything apart from security and vendor, I guess, because we're going to need a vet as well. Let me just double check. Is there anything else we want for now? I think that's probably okay. Alright, so we can actually play it now. Because what we can do is get our animals transferred. And we'll put them in this exhibit right here. So in our animal storage, here we go. You, if I can select you and you. I thought if I hold down control, can I not select both? Or shift? No? Oh, okay. I thought there was a way of selecting more than one. Anyway, so I'll move you into there. And it should take me back. So that is location, it's going to the zoo basically. And I'll put you, I want to move you please. Also into habitat 1. So you're going to have a nighttime start here for the 2 common warthogs. So I guess, oh, is he... oh no, he's just preparing. Here we go, the animal is coming in. Alright, cool. So at this juncture, what I actually want to do is I'll wait until the animal is unboxed. There we go. The zoo's first ever animal. I wish you could rename them. I think there might actually be a way to rename them. But I haven't figured it out yet if there is. So their appeal is not great, but it's not terrible. That's kind of where we're at with that. So what I want to do is just pause it right here. We're going to try and make this a nice sort of enclosure here for the animal. But what I want to start by doing is giving it a bit of a chance for some shelter, and we're going to do that naturally. Okay, so the first thing I actually want to do here, if we go down to terrain, let's make this a little bit smaller, maybe about 5, is make them a bit of a cave really to go into. So I want to bring this up like this. It's going to be quite a big cave this, but it could be alright. Here we go. We'll give the zoo a little bit of a feature here as well. We'll give the enclosure something kind of nice to look at. We'll have to obviously play around with this to get it right, but I think this is a good start. So then what we do is we come under here, so maybe just drag that down just a little bit. Yeah, here we go. So now you see we've got a bit of a cave going on here. Yeah, there we go. And I think this could be quite a nice little area, so they can go in there and kind of hide out and get some shelter and that kind of thing. What we do want to do is sort of smooth this area around the top here though a little bit. Just looks a little bit rough at the second. But I think we could be onto something here. Smooth that back as well. There we go. That's looking a bit better like that. So hopefully it looks kind of natural, not too man-made. But I think that's looking good. So let's play it here a second. And this warthog, let's see what is it that they actually want. So enrichment's going to definitely be a thing. If we, do you know what, just pause it a second, let's get a few things happening. So if we go to research, oh, we don't have power yet. Aha, that was something I definitely forgot to do. Alrighty, let's get that done right away. So utilities, let's get a transformer put in. Yeah, I guess there's fine. Oh, it's obstructed, okay. Could I maybe rotate it and put it like here? Is that still obstructed? There we go. So that should supply power. Okay. Oh my goodness. So now what we can do is, let's try this again on the vet research. So you, Bernardo, can research the common warthog, and that will help us to keep these guys happy in the future. So the actual habitats, terrain needs to be sorted out. So there's basically too much long grass, not enough short grass. So we're going to get ourselves, what are we doing here? So terrain, we want some short grass. So let's start changing this around. We can make the size a little bit bigger here as well. Get yourselves a little bit less long, a bit more short. Okay, great. But they also want some soil. So we'll get some soil happening. Just put it around here because I've got a bit of an idea. Okay, great. So what I want to do now is give them a little bit of a lake, you know, for them to go into. So we go back to terrain here. What we're going to do this time is going to make it like this. We'll make it just a little bit smaller. And we're going to give them a bit of a lake, a bit of a river almost to go into. like this, you see. So I think this could be kind of nice. And hopefully the guests will enjoy looking at that. So a bit of a rivery sort of effect going on there. So if I wanted to put water in here. Yeah, there we go. Alright, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I think that's looking good. Let's play it. Let's see how this is affecting their mood and stuff. So right now, their habitat. Okay, that's looking good. Now, they're going to want some plants. Okay, so... Oh, we have a VIP guest at our zoo, apparently. Hey, Strummy one. Nice to have you in. We're getting some guests. This is cool. They're coming to see the warthogs. But we are going to need some more stuff. So they want plant coverage from Africa, grassland, and tropical, I should say. So let's filter it by that. So tropical and grassland. Yep, from the continent of Africa. Okay, so they should be happy with any of the stuff that we put in now. Oh, look at these strips here. These are kind of cool. Let's see. If we were to go in here, let's get rid of you a second. We'll put some of these in maybe along the edge here. Sort of hides the fence as well, which I kind of like. Alright. So let's get a load of those going along the back there. Yep, that's kind of cool. And just up to the corner there. But obviously we want to dot a few other things around as well. So that's kind of a nice bush to have. Maybe a few of these around the river. Yep, I think that's looking good. What else have they got here? These things. These are kind of cool, aren't they? And they look nice in the enclosure as well. So maybe place like one of those, say, back here. That's pretty good. Maybe a couple around the river. Like that. I think that's looking nice. Yeah, all right, they're now happy with that. So that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. Now, what they are, of course, going to want is like some food and stuff. So let's see about if we filter by species. Is it called the common warthog? Is that what it's called? There we go. So, what are we going to give you? Water bowl heater. We'll check that in a second. Water pipe's quite nice, actually. So let's maybe put one of you down there. That's a water trough and some shelters. And let's put a medium food trough there. So hopefully they'll eat in front of the guests. But in case they're not feeling it, we'll put another one up there. And let's say maybe another water trough there. Near their shelter. They might not want to go down in front of the guests. You know, they might be private eaters. So enrichment is the only thing right now. Food enrichment and toy. Well, they have got food enrichment. But I think at the moment the problem is that the zookeeper's not yet filled it up. So I'm going to pause that for a second. The reason I'm pausing it is because what we want to do now is put in some sort of guest facilities and things like that. So if we go to, let's see here, let's get rid of you. I think actually it must be under facilities. What we want is, first of all, donation boxes. So we're going to put one there, and one there. I think 3 per animal is pushing it. It's probably the most that we can get. Now, what else? We've got these information stands. Alright, so we want you to come in here. Let's have a little zoom down there. So I guess if we put it like in between those two bits of fence, that's probably a good place for it. So we'll put you there, and we'll maybe have another one of you there. If we put them in between the donation boxes, hopefully then as people are learning, they're like, hey, we're learning so much that we need to, you know, donate to the zoo. So now if I select you, I can put you on common warthog and do the same with you. What I can also do is get some speakers put down. So speakers here, you'll see it shows you the area of effect they have. So I want it to go past that donation box, right? So put you there. And there we go, you there. We've got a bit of a Venn diagram going on there. Awesome. And then we'll put you there. Can we keep that going on? And you there? Yeah, there we go. All right, cool. So I don't know why it goes so dark immediately after you do that. So what I want to do now is go onto here and make sure all of these are set to the common warthog. Alrighty. And then the guests will learn, which is good for your zoo's rating and also just good for guests spending more money, I think. Alright, so let's play this. And let's see where we're at here. So we got that going on. We're down to 22,000. That's not too bad. It's okay. How happy are you? Not too bad. The only thing really is the food stuff and the toys. Which, is this, are you coming to feed them? Can you feed the warthogs, please? Who are you? You're a vet. Oh, you're conducting your research. So where's our zookeeper? I mean, the zookeeper's not very good, is he? He's got one animal. Wait, are you the zookeeper? Yes. So, why are you not feeding the animals? What is wrong with you, sir? I guess we'll leave it. Maybe he's gone to get food and he's coming back. And that's what's happening there. Yeah, not too bad for a little start. Now, what I think we could do is maximize on these guests that are coming in here. We want to get their money, but we also want to keep them happy. So let's have a look at what facilities we could potentially put in here. If we go to guest facilities, what have we got? An ATM. You know what, having an ATM right inside the door, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, because we want them to get their money out, and then they can spend their money. Maybe a donation box inside the door as well. Maybe one either side. I'm going to try this. I'm going to put them down and see if they actually end up taking any money or not. Then let's give them, some stuff here they can use. I'm thinking it makes kind of sense to have these. Oop, let's go around again. Inside there. So we'll put you there. Nice gulpy soda. Balloons, if you want balloons, sure. And a chili beef. So I'll have those three there. And then how about an information center? Maybe up here on the corner. Mind you, you normally see them right in... Let's put that in there. There we go. Right next to the ATM. Okay, so we're down now to 13,000. I do want to keep a bit of a buffer, but it's not looking too bad as it happens. Yeah, I think this is going okay. Our zoo's off to a decent start. 74 people in here right now. We'll see how we go. Now, what are these notifications? Vet research complete. Oh, okay. Right. Well, in that case, are you still working on them? Yep, the next level of them. Okay, that'll do for now. But what we might be able to do is give these guys some enrichment stuff. So again, I want to pause the game and see if we can do that, because it's a huge benefit if you can. So again, we'll filter by species here for the common warthog. There you go. All right. So look at this. We can give them a small barrel feeder. Let's put you, down in here. That'll be good. Or also, here we go, we can give them some of this stuff. So some bedding. Can that not? Oh, yeah, no, it can. So if I put that there, that's actually made that cave quite nice. So now I've got some bedding in here. I also want to double check. I meant to check the temperature for them. Where is this stuff? Let's actually play it a second so they can start. All right, 50% now on enrichment. Okay, that's not bad. Where's the temperature stuff here? Normally there is something that tells you whether or not they're happy with their temperature. It doesn't seem to be doing that. But they seem pretty happy right now. Just in general, if we go to an overview. So there's no toy enrichment right yet. We know about that. But they've got their food enrichment done, and when the next level of research comes in, that's, I guess, when we can start putting in the toys. Okay, guys, so I think I'm going to leave it there for today. We've got, a basic start going on here with our circle. And I think we can add it to this quite nicely as we go through. Basic zoo, but I'm pretty happy so far. Now, guys, I'd love for you to get involved with this series, so feel free to leave me any comments or suggestions or thoughts or anything. It is absolutely peeing down at the moment as we end here. But perhaps a better view then would be... Oh, look at this guy. I was going to say to end with a warthog. Man, look at this. This guy's having a right old swim. Gotta love that. Let's zoom out a little bit. There we go. So they're enjoying their little lake. That's pretty cool, actually. Alright, guys. So, I could watch these guys all day, but I think it's time for me to now leave it there and say goodbye. The only thing left to do is for me to do the draw and see who won that $5 on the Splash server. Okay, guys, so the winner of the $5 credit on the Splash store is Lasinic, so congratulations to you. I hope I didn't pronounce your name wrong. I'll put a little picture on screen of your name so there's no confusion there. Congratulations to you. I may do some more Splash giveaways and things in the future, probably on my Splash videos. Just wanted to include one in the Planet Zoo stuff. So, guys, that's all for today's video. So, as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.